Are sertraline and Zoloft the same thing? Absolutely. I'd be happy to shed some light on this topic for you. So, you're wondering if sertraline and Zoloft are the same thing. It's a great question and one that often comes up when discussing medications for depression and anxiety. Let's dive into this and clear up any confusion. First off, yes, sertraline and Zoloft are essentially the same when it comes to their active ingredient. The difference between the two lies in the names and how they're presented. Sertraline is what we call the generic name, while Zoloft is a brand name. Think of it like the difference between calling a tissue and calling it by a brand name like Kleenex. Both serve the same purpose. It's just a matter of naming. Sertraline is a type of antidepressant known as a selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor, SSRI. SSRIs are a popular class of medication used to treat depression, anxiety disorders, panic attacks, and some other mental health conditions. They work by increasing the levels of serotonin in the brain. Serotonin is a neurotransmitter that helps regulate mood, and by increasing its availability, SSRIs can help improve symptoms of depression and anxiety. Now, on to Zoloft. Zoloft is simply the brand name version of sertraline that was developed and marketed by Pfizer. When a pharmaceutical company develops a new drug, it patents the medication, giving it exclusive rights to sell that drug under a brand name for a certain period. This is why you might have heard of Zoloft more commonly than sertraline. It's been heavily marketed under that brand name. However, once the patent expires, other companies are allowed to produce their own versions of the medication under the generic name. These generic versions must meet rigorous standards set by healthcare authorities to ensure they are just as effective and safe as the brand name versions. In many cases, people opt for generic versions because they are typically much more affordable. So, when you're prescribed Zoloft or sertraline, you're getting the same active ingredient that works in the same way to treat your condition. The choice between using the brand name Zoloft or generic sertraline often comes down to personal preference, availability, or cost considerations. It's also worth noting that everyone's experience with medication can vary. What works well for one person might not work as well for another. It's always important to have an open and ongoing conversation with your healthcare provider about how your medication is affecting you, whether you're taking Zoloft, sertraline, or any other antidepressant. I hope this clears up any confusion about sertraline and Zoloft. Remember, navigating mental health treatment can be complex, but understanding what you're taking and why can empower you in your journey toward wellness. If you have any more questions or concerns about your medication, don't hesitate to reach out to your healthcare provider for more personalized advice.